Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People let the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Got 20. Check 37. Check 37. 14.
The fifth year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run now with Brown. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. 76. 76. Hey, orbit.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's going to fire one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Kill. Hey, alert.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
77.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Clay Matthews able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6.
Now you won! Topper! Let's get that ball.
Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
You draw quarters. We're good. We're good.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Brown. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Goff, sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, usually get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, kill. Hey, 76. 76. 76. What's up?
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, 5. Go.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Turbo's up.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Black 20. Alert.
A gain of a yard.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get this. Watch the safety creep.
Snickers, like I said.
They'll try and run for it with counter. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Vannett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff, that's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, lift.
Now Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down, L.A.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
218, chop.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. To throw is gone. He finds an opening past the 40. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Goff on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.
I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 30.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey.
Snickers. Now spin.
Check.
8.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
50.
58, boys.
Hey, my 7.
Pick it up. Watch the edge.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Roethlisberger will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Washington's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Goff now looking to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. Out of the gun. Goff. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right, because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
17.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's gone. They got him in. It's Woods. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll give it here to Brown. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
50.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run it here with Brown. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Here we go.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Goff. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
64.
First down.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, box truck.
To the air again. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
No foul. 44. Hey, wahoo.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Pushing his way through. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's gone. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hold on.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. first possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 13. Check 13.
Easy.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Yeah, he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. It's a foot race. 30, past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, they got him again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Clay Matthews able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler Eric Weddle. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Goff now looking to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Reynolds, 88 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 9. Recon, 132 fighter.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Go, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
180. Hey, alert. 44.
The Steelers first down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Snell. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Roethlisberger will throw. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball. Yardage. Okay.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Hey, Haywood!
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Throwing now, Goff. And Thomas has it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's working on a string of 8 straight completions.
76. 76. Back. Hey, Shell. Value 3.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Brooks. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11. Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. Again, Goff. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh?
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch y'all flip, watch y'all whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch.